kiss and hug me. Come on, strong, go on and love me. Let's not waste that big old moon. Wake up and smell the perfume. Just say if you want to be more than friends.
Just as we go live, you look good, David.
Yo, dogs, what's up? I'm going to give him a quick sign.
Well, welcome, everybody. Welcome to another Social Web Cafe TV interview. And today we have David Faltz. And David, since I've only just recently met you and thrilled to meet you, I'm going to actually turn it over to you to let you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background and what you do so we can all get to know you.
Absolutely. Not sure that after I tell you want to get to know me, but hopefully this will help. Anyway, hi, I'm David Faltz, and I'm actually the president and managing partner of Breakthrough Marketing Team. We're a small boutique, what I'm going to call a SEBO agency, which is Search Engine Branding Optimization Agency, that handles various clients from across the globe, lawyers, doctors, plastic surgeons. And we do everything from, link building to content to blog writing, anything that would be involved in helping somebody to enhance their presence and ranking and image on the internet. I am a University of Florida grad. Go Gators. Thank you. I actually majored in PR and minored in business, a true minor in business, not those fake ones that people just put on their resumes. So it actually happened, and the reason why I actually got to go out on a little caveat here, got into public relations is when I was in college, I had no idea what I wanted to be except a partier, to be honest. But I read an article about
Too bad that
gentleman.
doesn't pay.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, maybe back in the 70s if I was a club kid, and I would have been a good club kid. I mean, I can put on the best garb around. So I read an article about a guy who, majored in public relations because he had sort of a technical prowess about him, and but he wanted to be able to disseminate information in layman's terms. And I'm like, wow, that makes sense. It's good to be able to take any subject matter or information and then make sure that you can translate it so people can understand it. So I majored in public relations to enhance my writing skills and figured that, I had no idea what I wanted to be. So that's where it led me today. Before I got into the internet marketing field, which I've been doing for about 6 years now, I've owned various businesses from promotional products to actually a smoothie restaurant juice bar, which is what actually made me become the workaholic that I am today. Working 70, 80 hours a week, in that restaurant actually helped make me more tailored to getting and doing work properly and working hard. So about 6 years ago, I met Michael Gigliante, who's actually my business partner, and he had just recently started this company. And we went out and I came on board and made things happen. We started just doing Google Places optimization back when you could actually optimize somebody's local listing and then appear above the fold without even having a website. So we became very good at that. And as Google updates and things happened over the last 5 years, I think there's over 1,800 algorithmic updates, and since we've been doing this, even more. And not including, Penguin, Florida, Venice, Panda, Query Deserves Freshness, all the things that make up the current algo now, we decided to expand our core competencies to be more, content-driven, got heavily into website design and development, have a great team of writers, and are constantly looking for more. And we've developed what we feel is a great strategy to enhance people's presence on the internet, and what I like to coin, which is SEBO, which is Search Engine Branding Optimization. And we've developed strategies to on the local SEO side to really make those things happen.
Awesome. I want to ask you about that with SEBO. Now, you coined it. Is anyone else using that, or so far is it just your company?
I think it's just us. I mean, I'm trying to get people to use it. I'm posting it everywhere, but it doesn't seem to be working. I actually I was thinking about, going a little further with that, but I coined it just because, what I saw is, and what I still see today is that in today's market, SEOers, for lack of a better term, are constantly trying to find a new phrase to identify themselves. Inbound marketing, internet marketing, SEO, because supposedly there's a negative connotation with search engine optimization. But search engine optimization has always been more than just building links. It's always been about building links is just one facet of an SEO campaign. So in the hopes to better identify ourselves and sort of keep what we do, the core values of SEO, and enhance upon them, I came up with something that would be an acronym, SEBO. And basically, it works like search. We're always, no matter what we're doing, we're always trying to affect, rank, or influence the search engines. Whether it's through, building links on referrals to get traffic back so those directory sites appear, or whatever it is that we're doing, everything is trying to influence the search engine. So, but what we're doing is also building brand awareness for our companies and clients, and everybody's doing that. So I combined the two and made it search engine optimization, search engine and branding optimization. So we're optimizing your brand on the internet too, because brand searches are very important, and making sure that the brand is connecting all the dots across the web is important as well. So we want to make sure our clients rank for terms that matter to them, but we also want to make sure as we're doing those that we're building a brand that people can identify with.
See, I think that's brilliant. I think everybody should adopt that as well. If everybody does, then it'll be saturated just like the SEO. But I think that's really brilliant as far as when you say SEO, when you say linking. Now, maybe I've just been around the block too many times, so I don't think those two. I think the same thing as far as you're saying, that it's just one piece of the whole bigger pie. But there's so much more to search engine optimization, and to me, it's a necessary, whether you are an expert or not, it is something that is necessary. It's kind of like, what do they say about budgeting? Even a failure to budget is still budgeting.
Yeah, absolutely. And, and I think that, what happens is that we get caught up in, the pundits, everybody gets caught up in, what we're calling ourselves to make sure that we're, there's not a negative connotation. And ultimately, it's not how we define ourselves, it's what we do to define ourselves that actually matters, and it's the actions we take. It's, you can call yourself whatever you want, but if you're going out there and doing all the things necessary to increase your client, your own website, your own blog, whatever it is, trying to increase the relevancy and thus the traffic to your website, it really doesn't make a difference what you call yourself, but it's important to know that linking or SEO has always been connected to link building for some unknown reason as the only task, and it's much more than that. We take, before we even start a campaign, we're analyzing a client's website, looking at the design and infrastructure, or UI and UX, which is user interface and user experience, to make sure those things are all working properly and as best as they can be, because what's the point of driving traffic to your site if that site can't convert that traffic into a qualified lead, which is the ultimate goal here.
That makes sense. So you say you're full service, you're boutique, but you're full service. So what areas do you cover? It sounds like you cover everything.
Yeah, we wear many hats, and we keep on adding more things as as things encompass us. Any business needs to be, you need to be a chameleon to some degree. You need to be able to grow and expand and bend a little bit to grow your business. And it's important that as we increased our services, it was more or less, clients coming to us and saying, hey, we love what you're doing for us, and how can we do more? And then, as things change, we're also, spending time doing research and testing methodologies on what is necessary to really compete. And since we specialize mostly in LSEO, which is local search engine optimization, we want to make sure that we're doing all those things as far as building citations or in directories, making sure that our clients are blogging and writing great web content and making a site that is both informational and easy to use, making it very admin friendly for our clients so they can update and change the site very easily on their end, so they don't necessarily need to call a developer to change their phone number or add a different page of content. So we do it all. The only thing we're not really as well versed in, but we are pretty knowledgeable about it, would be SEM. PPC is not something that we focus extensively on. We believe in organic traffic and building a relevancy in that regard, because it's more permanent in nature than creating ads. And really running SEM campaigns are very time consuming. And not a lot of really reward for us per se, but we do it all: website design, content creation, social media creation, website development, blogging, link building, outreach, anything possible related to internet marketing besides SEM would be our core competencies, and we feel pretty comfortable. We're pretty good at that.
Now, okay, I know what they are. But for the newbies watching, as soon as they come, and it's like all these acronyms that we're throwing out there, and you can see like the brand new to the internet, and the eyes are rolling back. And I want to say most people know that SEO stands for the search engine optimization.
Sure.
But do you mind from taking a moment, like David's definition of SEM and PPC?
Got it. Absolutely. And I apologize. I like to seem like I know what I'm talking about.
You do. You do.
Oh, I do. Thank you. All right. Well, SEM is actually search engine marketing, and that really revolves around PPC, which is pay-per-click. There's, whether it's on Google, Bing, Yahoo, wherever you're going to run your PPC campaigns or search engine marketing, it's going to revolve around ads, being able to buy for clicks, and paying for clicks is a good way to get yourself on the internet, because if you have a great website and you're not appearing anywhere, organically or non-organically, obviously you need to run traffic. So SEM is a good way to get visitors, to find you on keywords that are related to your business. So that would be, and running ads in that regard. We just believe wholeheartedly in the organic nature of it, and we want our clients who are lower budgeted to a lot of degree, don't have the resources, if it's Amazon.com, to, spend thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on, pay-per-click and buying ads, and making sure that they're doing all the things necessary to build their organic relevancy and presence. So a lot of clients we have can do one or the other, and some a little bit not more. So we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can in the organic nature of it. So search engine marketing, PPC. What other acronyms can I throw at you that maybe somebody?
No, that's good. I was saying organic, but you brought up a good point as far as mentioning Amazon and that forever balance between time and money that we all probably struggle with and day to day. As far as Amazon has the budget, I imagine. They should. I spend a lot of money on Amazon, I'm sure.
Me too.
To be able to say, hey, it's just easier to run ads. I'm sure they've got a bunch of different marketing tactics, and also they already have the audience. So when I see an Amazon ad, it's like, oh, wow, I meant to go there and go buy this. So it's like a reminder, go visit. So they're in a completely different place.
Absolutely. And it is. And balancing, for your clients. And not only that, you got clients who can afford to spend X amount of dollars. Obviously, the agency or the person handling the account needs to make a couple of dollars. And then you need to pay your vendors because I don't care whether you're a small firm or a big firm, you're outsourcing some of your capabilities that are better left for another team. So there's a finite set of dollars that you can actually all profit from. There's only so much a client can afford. There's only so much. There's so much money that we need to be able to make, and then we need to be able to pay our vendors, our writers, our team that initiates our plan through, and we have a team that helps us with our SEO. That we develop the plan and the outreach and everything, and they help us formulate and go out there and do the linking and put everything in all the tools that we use, and we use a lot of tools. So we need to make sure that all that balances itself out. So clients' expectations are unrealistic sometimes. But
really?
Nobody's harder on ourselves. Yeah, nobody's harder on ourselves than we are. And most good companies want their clients to do well. When you're doing searches, and we run a lot of searches either manually or by reports like Advanced Web Ranking or Bright Local or SEM Rush or Moz. We need to make sure that things are going well, and we care, but you need to make sure that you can afford to balance all the money accordingly, so everybody can win.
This might be the entrepreneurial side of me, because I remember like right out of high school, I'm supposed to go into college and I'm starting up my own business. It was just like, I was trying to start a business when I was 3, getting my parents to give me like 5 cents to go to their bedroom. You cannot go in your bedroom until you pay. But when I hear you say this, I think the idea of being able to keep the budget low for the sake of your client, but it's like it relies on your ingenuity, David. What they pay you is like, maybe I can get this organic, I can make this actually work better than a paid advertising campaign, and it seems like there's a thrill in that.
Yeah, there is. It's all, you have to have sort of a competitive nature to be in this business. There is. It's about winning. It's really, and I hate to say this, but us against Google to some regard. Google's main objective is to
We mean that in the
generate
kindest
revenue.
way, by the way, Google.
Yes, but I'm sorry. I know we're on a hangout here. Please don't disconnect us. Don't disconnect us. Wait, I'm seeing static. Hello. No, but and I mean this in a regard. If I was Google, I think what they're doing in a lot of regards, it makes sense. The ultimate goal is to have better search results. When I search for, chocolate ice cream and I'm a local vendor, I want to get the best chocolate ice cream results I can have, or a personal injury lawyer, or if I'm looking for a Samsung TV, I want the results to be the best that they can. I don't want to go through 2, 3, 4, 5 pages, but ultimately Google's a business, and they are publicly traded company, and they need to make money. So the goals are going to be for them is going to be money driven. So we need to work within those parameters, and they're making it harder and harder for the organics to work as well. Just the past 3 years. Honestly, all our clients, many clients, they're all at the top of the page for many searches. And
Did you just say all your clients? That's like all your clients at top of pages.
Yeah. Again, we're talking about most of them on a local SEO, local side, right. And there's still keywords that they're not appearing for, but our clients do very well. We did get a little hit in the last update that was on the 20th to 21st. Nothing major, a couple spots, and the SERPs are in constant flux. And SERPs is search engine result page, for the acronym. You're welcome. So anytime you search a keyword and you see that result page, that's called a SERP. But they're in constant flux. Actually, Dr. Pete at Moz had a great article I actually posted on MBG not too long ago that talked about the constant flux in the SERPs, and you could, how they tracked certain keywords, just normal fluctuation means there's going to be fluctuation, between, your market or, Venice Update, which is a local type search algorithm, which actually is a big coup, I think, and a big benefit to the local companies to appear in search results where big companies may have been inundating those search results before, or big brands. Ultimately, we need to make sure that we're doing everything that is necessary to increase our clients' goals within the. I lost my train of thought. I apologize.
That's okay. I'm so fascinated listening to you. Although when you're talking about Google and big brands, I was thinking about some people I've heard. I won't name names. I try to be nice, really I do. But when they're complaining, it's like Google's out to get me. Google's trying to destroy and I said, I'm sorry, honey, but you're too small for Google to really care enough to try to go target you. I think they have better things to do. But when I listen to you, David, I really sense a positive attitude about, which is actually consistent with my view, so that's probably why I like it that much more.
Nice.
That there are good things that Google's trying to do. Nobody's perfect.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everything they're doing is really to benefit. I understand there's a financial reward, and that's where we were going before. There's a financial gain to it, but ultimately they are trying to, make it so when you search for what you're searching for, that you can get the answer to your search as quickly as possible. That's why they've come up with the knowledge graph, and that's why they've come up with various things that give you the information a lot quicker. But they're not perfect, and there's still plenty of people gaming the SERPs. If I looked at backlink profiles where there would be some shady links and a lot of anchor text pointing to commercial terms, and you're wondering, I'm doing everything right, but this person's beating me, and ultimately it's not perfect, and I understand how people could feel like Google is out to get them, because they're not as small business friendly, and that's just the way of life. It's true that how does a local plumber, and I always use the example of a plumber because I think that it's a good example. A local plumber, if I'm my toilet breaks and I search plumber Fort Lauderdale on the internet, I still want to get great results, and I still want to find somebody that's going to be related to me, but those people still need to do blogging, still need to have a great website, still need to have interesting, unique content on their website, still need to make sure that they're building links to within their community, either local or topical. And it's harder for a small business to compete on those scales when they don't, one thing, have enough time, or maybe they don't have enough money to really make those things happen. So that's where companies like us come in to try to use what we know to help build your relevancy and staying within a budget that both you can live with. Because the point is, you can either get on board or get left behind. That's just the way it is. This is the way you're saying I have a positive attitude. It's because I want to make sure that I embrace what's in front of me. There's no sense quibbling over what Google is doing to me and my clients. And it's not a perfect world. The best thing is, okay, this is what's Google doing. What solutions do I have to fix those problems?
Thank you. Exactly. It's like we're not moving forward if we're just sitting here complaining. That's my view.
Absolutely. Look forward, not behind. So
exactly.
It's very important. And Google is not not a bad person per se, or bad entity. A bad entity. I mean, I like Matt Cutts. I'm probably blamed for listening to him too much. I think that but we can learn, and the things are that really Google just wants you to make sure to live by this mantra is, what would you do if Google did not exist? Would you do this? Would building a link to this directory provide you a referral, or is this some kind of thing you're just doing to build a link? It makes sense in theory. It really does. And if you focus on doing these things, would you do this if Google did not exist? Then ultimately, it will work out better for you in the long run.
Good advice. Very good advice. I was just going to ask you what tips you have, but you've offered so many great tips. If you had to sum it up in 3 tips, okay. And I say this in all the interviews, and I don't just say this, I do mean it.
Sure.
But the first tip is to go hire your company. That's how
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the first tip is go hire a company. But if not, and again, as far as first off, if Google's your main focus and you're a local business, if you have not claimed or optimized or created your local business listing on Google or a Google Plus page, then shame on you. If you're trying to compete on Google and you don't have a Google listing or a Google Plus page now, then you're not going to appear very well. Number 2 is make sure that on the local SEO side that you're creating make sure your name, address, and phone number is consistent across the web. Whether it's through super pages or Yelp or whatever it is the directories you're submitting to, make sure that your name, address, and phone number match. However your name appears, if it's law offices of David Faltz, then it should be law offices of David Faltz everywhere. You should use the same phone number, and your address should look the same. When looking at your website, be honest with yourself. Is this website adding value to the web? Are your customers going to benefit from coming to your website and leave with more information than they came with? Is your website do you have call to actions? Do you have a content form on every page? Are you offering great content related to what your business is about? And again, on the website side, and I'll talk about that, is make sure that your pages are properly titled with meta titles. The most important on-page factor to me is, and I've seen clients increase in rank just from writing a good meta title that's under 68 characters, because if not, you'll get truncated potentially, and your whole meta title won't show. Make sure that you're optimizing the page for what the page is about. If it's about auto accidents, then you should be going after and targeting keywords that are about auto accidents. And look for various keywords that make sense to your business. You can use the keyword plan. It's free. All you got to do is have an AdWord account. There's a lot of other great free tools out there to help find keywords, how people are searching. That's important. What other stuff?
Wow, I'm like, okay, I could write an article just based on this interview. It's just your recommendation.
Nice. Well, I'll be looking out for that, and I'll take my SEO guru as my commercial anchor. No.
Okay, all right. I'll note that. I'll make a note as I'm editing the video. Like that. Okay, David, how do people find you?
They actually, anybody who knows who I am knows where to find me. But no, anyway, I'm David Faltz. Yes, that's right. She stalked me. No, just kidding. She's like, oh my God, yeah. No, well, anyway, I'm everywhere. My social media is, David Faltz on Facebook. You can call me at 954-298-4326, which is my mobile, or in the office, 954-416-3719. I have a Facebook, I have a Twitter, I have a G+, I have a StumbleUpon, I have a Skype. You name it.
You're everywhere.
I am. I mean, if I got to practice what I preach, it's important. And that's another thing. Social media. I want to make sure I get that tip out there. Make sure that you guys are interacting with your fans and doing stuff on social media, Facebook, Twitter, especially G+. I mean, G+ is a Google property. If you are not on G+, please, after this video hangout that we're doing here, and after this interview, go create a G+. It's great. Actually, I used that myself. That's where I started to get my feet wet, was after I met Ann Smarty at MBG. I just said, you know what, I'm going to use G+ as my platform. I'm going to start writing and doing things and answering and responding, and it's been, I mean, I can't explain to you how much has helped us and helped me personally, and creating my brand, and also interacting and meeting wonderful people like you, which I hear you're a great singer, by the way. Is that true? You're a great singer?
Somebody told on me. Yeah, Deborah did.
Yeah, you're a jazz singer, correct?
Yes.
Nice, that's awesome.
Can you watch the video? That's me at the beginning and the end of the
oh, it is?
music. Yes,
is that the voice?
Yes, it is.
Are you going to give us a little rendition right now, or no?
Nobody's got me to do it. Let's see. I'm thinking summertime, but as long as the Gershwin family doesn't come after him. Summertime, and I forgot the words. No. No.
Nice.
Summertime, and the living is easy.
Wow.
Fish are jumping. And also cattle are high. Boy, I need to be singing summertime more often.
I think that you sound great. Actually, my VP in our company is a great bass player. They have a great band, and I'm going to promote them right here too, called Black Jacket. So go out and check them out. But you guys would be a nice fit. It's you got a great voice.
Except I just realized Google has rules about covers, so it's good that I forgot the words. See, Google, I did wink, wink. I did that on purpose because I can't do
You can't even sing on Hangout, you couldn't even you couldn't even sing a couple lines?
Nope.
Wow.
Nope. So
now,
it's really
that's just going overboard. That's just going overboard, Google.
I get it. Google gets in the middle of the whole licensing thing and the performance rights and all that. But, I mean, I can't even sing the songs from my album, even though I have the rights to have them, because I can't prove in the Hangout that this is me, without, going around and around. So, yeah, Google Hangout on air. Now, you can do it privately, I hope. Okay, Google, if I'm wrong, hunt me down. I can be found, and I can be corrected. I promise I will.
Big Brother is watching us right now.
Yes.
Right now. Matt Cutts is listening to this right now, and he's going to do a webmaster video on this particular thing. But this has been so much fun. I honestly would love to do it again. I hope I offered something of value here, and I didn't ramble on, without making any sense.
Beautiful. I appreciate you coming to visit our Social Web Cafe TV studios. Thank you, David.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me, and thank everybody who is listening, and I look forward to doing it again sometime.
Excellent. We'll talk later.
Mwah.
Don't you wanna kiss and hug me? Come on strong, go on and love me. Let's not waste that big old moon. Wake up and smell the perfume. Just say if you wanna be more than friends. Got some love I'd like to make. Baby, you can squeeze me, I won't break. We could be in a paradise, you and me. Until then, I'll remind you again. Just say when. Oh yeah, until then, let me remind you again. Just say when. Oh baby, just say when.